Paul, a prisoner on his way to Rome to stand trial before Caesar, was placed on a ship with other prisoners and soldiers. As the journey began, Paul sensed danger ahead.
Men, I can see that our voyage is going to be disastrous and bring great loss to ship and cargo, and to our own lives also.
But the centurion, trusting the captain's expertise, ignored Paul's warning, and the ship set sail into the open sea. Soon, a fierce storm called a northeaster struck, tossing the ship for days. The crew, desperate and terrified, began throwing cargo overboard to lighten the load. For days, the storm continued, and hope began to fade. But Paul, encouraged by a message from God, addressed the fearful crew.
Men, keep up your courage. Last night, an angel of God, to whom I belong and whom I serve, stood beside me and said, "Do not be afraid, Paul. You must stand trial before Caesar. God has graciously given you the lives of all who sail with you. So take heart, for I have faith in God that it will happen just as he told me."
On the 14th night, as they approached land, the sailors sensed they were near shore and prepared to abandon ship. But Paul urged them to stay.
"Unless these men stay with the ship, you cannot be saved."
Following Paul's advice, the soldiers cut the lifeboats, forcing everyone to remain on board. At dawn, they saw a sandy beach and attempted to run the ship aground. The ship struck a sandbar, and the violent waves began to break it apart. But as Paul had promised, everyone made it safely to shore by swimming or clinging to pieces of the wreckage. Through Paul's faith and God's intervention, all 276 passengers were saved. Though the ship was lost, their lives were spared. God's promise to Paul had been fulfilled, reminding everyone that even in the worst storms, God is in control.